And as I think as many of you know, we've been working very hard over the last few years to make sure that neighborhood services are equally distributed throughout the entire city of San Diego. And it doesn't matter where you live. When you call 911, you should be able to rely on the fact that help is on the way and it's coming soon. And that's what today's announcement is all about. The San Pasqual Valley is a particularly difficult area to provide emergency services to. It's very large, of course, and many of the residents live in remote areas. We're also entering peak fire season in the late summer and fall. And the tall, thick vegetation in the San Pasqual Valley has become exceedingly dry, of course, as a result of a prolonged statewide drought. So given all of these factors, Fire Chief Fennessy recommended that we implement an additional brush fire engine for the San Pasqual Valley for the fire season. And that's exactly what we did. So starting on July 1st, we began a pilot program with a crew of 4 firefighters and a brush fire engine stationed in San Pasqual Valley at the County Fire Authority's fire station there. And I want to thank Chairman Ron Roberts and everyone at the county for allowing us to set up shop there at no additional cost. I think it's a good example of how we're not letting jurisdictional boundaries get in the way of providing the best possible public safety for our region, the city and the county working together hand in hand. We're standing here, of course, at the Rancho Bernardo Fire Station, which is the closest city fire station to the San Pasqual Valley. And that's the way that it's always been. But now with this added brush crew, we are providing the highest level of emergency services for the San Pasqual Valley, and providing the highest level of services than ever before. And it's working. There aren't too many calls, fortunately, for service in the San Pasqual Valley, but the limited data that we have shows that we have shaved several minutes off the response times from the same period in previous years. And as we all know, every second counts in an emergency. By saving minutes of travel time, we're able to more effectively save lives and protect homes. And this is bigger than just one community. This change means that firefighters will be positioned to respond faster and more effectively in wildfire breaks here in northern San Diego. Another added benefit is that the crews that are working out of this fire station won't have to respond to the San Pasqual Valley as much as they did before. And that means that our crews here will be able to respond quicker to calls in Rancho Bernardo and the surrounding neighborhoods. This is a real team effort. And I want to thank all of our partners who are with us here today, particularly as I said, our county partners and our CAL FIRE partners. And now I'd like to introduce a few of them, starting with the chairman of the County Board of Supervisors, Ron Roberts. Chairman Roberts.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mayor Faulkner. I need to share, it's a pleasure to be out here, not after we've had a major fire, but doing some things to hopefully prevent and to reduce the impact of any major fire. You know, if there's any one thing that you should take away from this today, it's the collaboration that now exists between the county and the city and others. And we're doing a lot of things. Recently, we unveiled our latest agreement to provide the helitanker, that the Sky Crane, as it's sometimes known, and it's already had 51 drops in this fire season. It's getting great use, and it's a partnership. And we've found in many instances, that's the key to successful programs. This is basically that collaboration and cooperation is the core of this new program. I'm particularly pleased to see this being stationed at the San Pasqual area. It's right across the street from the San Pasqual Academy, and I have these vivid memories of 2007 where that fire came in. It burned right across the eastern edge of the academy. The county lost a lot of houses. They were houses for teachers and grandparents who served the academy, but it was our firefighters who really saved the academy. But what we saw, that those fires that start in those areas come in and quickly then travel all the way here and through Rancho Bernardo and on Lake Hodges, and I remember being out here and seeing the devastation. fires don't respect the legal boundaries, the city boundaries or the county boundaries. So it's imperative that we all work together. And in fact, that's what this is all about. We're going to improve the delivery of the services, the life-saving services to the people in those areas. But we're also going to set up and hopefully be able to contain in a better way some of the brush fires and other things that we see developing there. So it was a pleasure to work with the mayor and with others to partner on this. It's a unique, really, I don't know of anywhere where this has been done, where the city has stationed a crew in another jurisdiction and work together. So we'll provide the housing, and I hope the facilities work out. I think we've done some work on that recently, so your four guys will have a comfortable place when they're not working. But I'm very appreciative, and I just want to underscore and thank the mayor and the city council for this program. I think it's going to be a tremendous success for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, thank you. Now I'd like to introduce, of course, the council member for this district here, Councilmember Mark Kersey. Mark?
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Chairman Roberts, for those words. Here in the city's 5th Council District, we've had far more than our fair share of wildfires over the last 15 years. And so we know just how quickly these wildfires can spread. And so I want to start by thanking the hardworking men and women of the San Diego Fire Rescue Department, some of whom are here behind us today, because when things get hot, and the rest of us are evacuating, they're the ones running into the fire to try to protect all the rest of us. And so we really owe them a debt of gratitude. The addition of this new brush crew in the San Pasqual Valley is going to be a huge relief to our residents who are always concerned about fire safety. This is one of the biggest questions I always get, especially this time of year. As you've heard, Station 33 is responsible for the San Pasqual Valley and has the largest coverage territory of any station in the entire city. So this new brush crew is going to improve emergency response not only to San Pasqual, but also to Rancho Bernardo. San Pasqual Valley is home to quite a few agricultural businesses, as well as the San Diego Zoo's Safari Park, which draws hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. And with the drought conditions in our region, the area is ripe for wildfire again. For these reasons, I have long pushed for additional emergency coverage in this area, so I really want to thank Chief Brian Fennessy, who you're going to hear from in a minute, for his innovative thought on getting this done and listening to my concerns, because nobody knows more about wildfire than this man you're about to hear from. And the addition to this brush crew, both District 5 as well as the entire San Pasqual Valley are already a lot safer. As you heard, just in the first month in operation, we had a dramatic decrease in our response times, and I'm very pleased with these results. And I know that my constituents here in the 5th Council District are as well. I'm certainly hopeful that we're going to be able to make this a more permanent solution. While the Citygate report called for a full fire station in the San Pasqual Valley, what we're talking about here today is a great example of how we can solve our needs in some areas without spending $10 to $12 million on a brand new fire station. I am grateful to the county as well as CAL FIRE for their cooperation and collaboration in this pilot program. The shared San Pasqual station is a great solution that saves taxpayer dollars and keeps pace with our emergency response needs in this rural area. More creative solutions like this one are needed to better serve our communities, protect public safety, and prevent wildfires. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chief Brian Fennessy. Chief?
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Faulkner. Thank you, Chairman Roberts, and thank you, Council Member Mark Kersey. And they're right, collaboration, if you walk away with nothing else today, it's that one word, collaboration. We've learned the hard way through our past experiences during large wildland fires, and we've learned a lot since then. And, as you heard the mayor say, we know fires don't stop at city borders. We know that if a loved one is experiencing a medical emergency, we may not care what patch or badge may be on a first responder's uniform if they get there faster to help. On July 1st, the City of San Diego Fire Rescue Department began staffing behind me, Brush Engine 57, from an existing San Pasqual Valley County Fire Authority volunteer fire station. This brush engine is being staffed to address many needs, one of which, of course, is the past wildland fire history in that area. We've had the Paradise Fire burn into San Pasqual Valley back in 2003, and of course the Wajito Fire started off Wajito Creek in the bottom of San Pasqual Valley with a witch fire right behind it, which of course burned through the entire valley. The vegetation in the San Pasqual Valley is exceeding historical dry levels as a result of the 5th year of sustained drought. We have an above normal accumulation of tall annual grasses that, if ignited, will spread quickly, taller than usual. That certainly got our attention. The wildland fire rates of spread in Southern California are exceeding all previously developed scientific models. You're hearing that on TV from all the fires here in Southern California. We've never seen fires burn as quickly as they are. There are many areas in the San Pasqual Valley that a longer, heavier structure fire engine like the one in the engine 33 behind you is just not capable of accessing. It makes sense to put a brush engine up there with the advanced life support capabilities and all the other capabilities that you would have in a longer, heavier engine. We did review historical emergency medical, technical rescue, and fire emergency responses, for that area of the city. It was noted that the peak period for emergency request activity is between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Thus, we determined that the most operationally effective and the cost-efficient means of delivering fire rescue emergency services in the San Pasqual Valley would be to place a 12-hour wildland fire engine crew of 4 in service 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and until the wildfire danger decreases to an acceptable level in the valley. The city's fire service is challenged to meet the mayor and city council's adopted emergency response goal performance measure. The topography and resultant non-grid road network of the city makes meeting this goal very difficult in many sections of the city. As previously mentioned, the city's closest fire station in San Pasqual Valley is located right here, Fire Station 33 in Rancho Bernardo. As you can imagine, emergency response by fire and EMS resources to the center and far end of the San Pasqual Valley takes significantly longer than we'd like, and longer than anyone in an emergency should have to wait. It's even longer when you factor in traffic congestion between here and there during the daily rush hour. Although the number of emergency responses is relatively low in the San Pasqual Valley as compared to other more densely population centers of the city, long rural response times represent an increased risk to our residents, the thousands of motorists that travel State Route 78 between the city of San Diego and Ramona, and the many visitors of the San Diego Zoo Safari Park when they experience a life-threatening medical emergency, structure fire, or a wildfire is detected. This is the first time in the city of San Diego history that our residents and visitors to the San Pasqual Valley have been provided this level of medical services and fire protection, service that residents in other areas of the city do expect and experience. In recognition of this heightened level of service being provided, the San Diego County Fire Authority is permitting city's Brush Engine 57 to be housed with and respond along with staff from the San Pasqual Valley Volunteer Fire Station. As mentioned, all at no cost to the city of San Diego. Both agencies are very proud of our legacy and now enhanced cooperation to protect the San Pasqual Valley. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce CAL FIRE Unit Chief and San Diego County Fire Authority Fire Chief, Tony Meacham.
Well, good morning, everybody. Today is one of those warm, sunny days in San Diego that we love so much. The problem for firefighters is that over the last 5 years, we've had many more of these days than we've had cloudy, cool, and rainy days. And that has contributed, as Chief Fennessy spoke, to an unprecedented wildland fire problem in San Diego County. We are seeing this year our fuel moistures at historical all-time lows. In the over 100 years that we've recorded the history of fuels, we're at the lowest they've ever been. So Chief Fennessy first approached me towards the end of the year about the opportunity to partner at the San Pasqual Fire Station. And for both agencies, the San Pasqual Valley is a very difficult area to serve, as you heard Councilmember Kersey speak of. It's also very difficult for the county to serve that area. The San Pasqual has intermixing jurisdictions between county and city land. The San Pasqual Academy is actually in the county's jurisdiction. We have homes there. But it was also an area that was very, very difficult for us to serve. We served it for years with a volunteer or reserve fire station. So when Brian first brought this item to me, we saw a win for both the city and the county. And I want to assure you there's a win for the county residents too. We get served by a world-class fire department with San Diego Fire Rescue, not only for their wildland capabilities, but with an ever-important paramedic on this fire engine that responds automatically as the closest fire engine into the county's jurisdiction. And we don't have a lot of calls out there, about 10 to 12 calls a month, but we have also dramatically reduced our response times and providing a very high level of care. So I'd like to thank Chairman Roberts, Mayor Faulkner, the council member, and Chief Fennessy for this unique opportunity to have a regional collaboration. This is one of many, our night flying agreement, the SD Genie helitanker, now this, and I look forward to many, many more years of collaboration with the city of San Diego. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Well said. Thank you, Tony, and Chief Fennessy, and all of our members of our Fire Rescue Department, Chairman Roberts and Councilman Kersey. Thank you all for being here. We'd be happy to answer any questions one-on-one in the shade. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
In the shade, I like that.